Now that Doug is considered California cool, we're all moving to Texas.
So this being the last episode of 2023, I figured that we'd really celebrate. This would be a year of review. I mean, an episode of review. Are you ready? Do you remember anything that we talked about at all?
No, no, I don't remember a goddamn thing we talked about all year.
I remember the national parks episode. That's about the only one that I can remember.
And I believe that's about 5 years old now. I think that was in the first 200 episodes, if I remember correctly.
The circuits that cannot be cut are cut automatically in response to a terrorist incident. You asked for miracles, Theo. I gave you the nice guys on business.
Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I'm just going to record from the very beginning because the craziness just never ceases to amaze me. What Zoom is up to nowadays.
What is Zoom up to nowadays?
Well, I still can't do the thing that Emily can do with the gestures. I hold my thumbs up and like I'm just waiting for it to wait. It just did for a second. Hold on.
Oh, did it? I didn't notice.
When does
I wasn't paying attention.
Where do I have to hold it up to though? Like it seems kind of unusual if I have to hold it up for 37 seconds or something. I'd be annoyed. It'd be like yelling at somebody.
Zoom knows you're old, and so it only does it for young, cool people.
Then why does it fucking give me all of these options at the bottom of my screen? I just don't like that.
Did you say it did it for a minute there? Like if you don't need to look close, okay. Here you got so it's got to see your whole hand to recognize.
Held it there.
I should have done it already.
Then it only does it like at the top left. Emily's like it was very animated.
Oh, I see. You got it at the top left. Oh, I see now. Well, but then here, try the little love heart, or it's a different logo thing. I don't know. Which ones can you do?
I'm going to try.
Oh, I see. There's a little hand on the screen now. Hey, welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. And yes, we are all both doing visual things with Zoom that none of you can see or give a shit about at all. Yeah.
When was the last time that you went to... I'm assuming through your company you have health insurance, right? Not turnkey, but through your company. Okay. Have you had to ever call them like to schedule an appointment or anything like that?
Well, yeah, I've got Cigna. It's funny. I was dealing with them a bit today, and yeah, it's just nothing is easy. It's a pain in the ass.
They certainly will tell you very easily how to pay your bill. I mean, they let you know, like right there, like right on the home page. It's like pay your bill. Is there a schedule an appointment with your primary care physician, or just need help scheduling an appointment? So I clicked on the little thing that said physician or benefits. I think I had to click on the benefits. Then I had an option of whether I wanted to talk to a doctor or a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't care. Whoever can help me, who can fix me? I know I'm beyond help, but okay. So then I click on that. I'll talk to a doctor. And then it says, okay, when would you like to schedule your telehealth meeting? I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So it seems like this is going to be like a virtual thing first. And that's totally fine with me. I have no problem saving time by just doing it. And especially if it gives me a quicker appointment.
Sure.
So I scheduled the appointment. I scheduled it yesterday for today.
Mm-hmm.
At the appointment time, no instructions as to, okay, you scheduled the appointment. Here's how you actually, like if I'm somebody, God forbid, that I'm more than 60 years old, that might not know technology. It's like, oh, well, maybe they're just going to send me a link, or maybe it just, it doesn't say anything. I just go away.
That's weird.
Okay. So 10 minutes before the appointment, I'm like frantically looking like, well, where are they going to connect with me? How am I going to connect? Is it going to be through Zoom? Is it going to be a phone meeting? Is it going to be like, what platform am I using? So 10 minutes before, I get a message on my cell phone. It says, your meeting starts in 10 minutes. If you can't make the meeting, or if you miss the call, they will call you. I'm like, all right. You realize I still have no idea how I'm supposed to connect with them. Do I get in my car? Do I drive anywhere? So the appointment happens, and the guy says, the doctor says, "Hi, I'm such and such, and are you?" And they have to go through some verification. I'm like, "Yes, this is me." He says, "Well, okay, what's wrong?" And I said, "Well, I'm having a little trouble with I feel like the back of my tongue is swollen. I don't know what, so I go through and I explain the issue. Oh, well, you'll need to go see a doctor."
Wow.
I said, if I only knew how to schedule the doctor, I would have. Did I miss it somewhere in the instructions? It said, if you have a physical problem, you'll need to go see a doctor. Like, why else would I want to talk to them? Like, what issue is it that you would have a telehealth appointment with that they could actually solve the problem with? What would that be?
Who knows? So how did you actually connect? Did they just call you?
No. So 10 minutes before, I get nothing. 5 minutes before, I got a link that says,
God.
click here. I'm like, okay, now at least I know where to go. Yeah. Do you want to check your video? I'm like, yeah, why don't we check that? Where am I going? So it's through their platform because it's some HIPAA regulation or whatever. You can't do it through Zoom for privacy purposes.
That makes sense.
Like, who the fuck cares do I care if somebody knows I have a throat issue? I don't really care. Can you just help me solve it? So as an end result, he's like, well, we're going to need to get you into your primary care physician. He said, but just go to urgent care. I'm like, what?
Right. Well, like, and urgent care, like most of these healthcare plans now, they are strongly discouraging things like urgent care and emergency rooms because they charge you out the wazoo for it. Right.
Well,
Like it's a ridiculously high deductible.
They're not going to pay.
No, but it's usually like they'll say, at least for mine, I think the way it works, and some of these other ones that I've heard, if you have an appointment with your primary care physician and it's a regular standard like checkup, like it's free. They want to encourage that.
Right,
They're going to pay for all of it.
Right.
But if you go to urgent care, it's like a $200 deductible. And if you go to the emergency room, like a real hospital emergency room, it's like $500 deductible because they're basically saying, look, we don't want you at the fucking drop of a hat to just run off to urgent care. We want you to go to your doctor on a regular basis. And yeah.
Totally makes sense. I think your terminology, you might have one thing wrong though. I don't think it's a deductible. It's a copay.
Sorry. Yes. Thank you. Copay. Exactly.
Because I would love to have just a $200 deductible.
Mm-hmm.
I have a $7,500 deductible that I have to. So, and you know how much I've used in 2023 of the $7,500 deductible?
No.
Zero. I've not gone to the doctor. I haven't gone to urgent. Fortunately, I'm really healthy, or at least to this point, and I have no idea what's wrong with me. It's been going on for a couple of months, and it's like every morning I wake up and I feel like my throat is like almost like I have laryngitis for the first 15 or 20 minutes. It's not. I don't have a sore throat. I just have like something going on, and now like the back of my tongue is swollen. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Am I going to die from like asphyxiation because I choked myself with my own tongue?
That's not good.
That wouldn't be good. It's a podcast.
So you don't
talk. It's not good.
You don't have a regular physician that you go to every 6 months for a checkup or anything.
Do you have like a regular guy?
Yeah,
or girl or whatever you do?
Yeah.
No, I don't have that, and I think I have to establish that.
I think it would be a good idea. It's a very good safety.
Like, what is
know.
I go to the dentist every 6 months without exception.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go to the doctor unless I have an issue. Is that, or they say, hey, it's time for you to get your colonoscopy, or it's time for you to take this test, or this blood test, or this is needed for insurance, or whatever. I'll do what they tell you, so you just go in.
Yeah.
And what happens?
And it's usually really quick. Like she'll do like a regular basic checkup, but they also will like draw blood. And so, I think they draw blood once a year, and basically they check on you, and it's all the shit that you may not know is going wrong, right? Like your cholesterol is high, or who knows what your vitamin D is low, or whatever kind of shit they can't tell by just looking at you and listening to your heart and shit like that.
Or they can't get from fucking telehealth.
Right. Exactly.
Well, it is
Exactly.
good. It is a really good idea to have somebody that you routinely, if not routinely go to, at least it's the same person that you're going to because they at least have some file. Like I have nobody that has a file on me.
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay.
That's not good. You need to have that history. Yeah.
I did not know. When as I was growing up, my mom always preached the importance of having really good credit and really good teeth. She never said you go to the doctor. Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
So do your kids do the same thing too? Because normally your kids do what you do.
Yeah, but, honestly, they probably don't. I don't think they do. I don't think they do. But, in my advanced age, I figured it was something I should start doing.
I think it's a great idea and is one that I am going to get behind. In 2024, it will be the year of preventive health, for preventative maintenance for my health.
Sounds like a good plan. Yes.
So this Nice Guy Community, this is the final episode of 2023, I believe. Is this correct? So this is coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow's date is December 29th. We have nothing else that is coming out between now and the 31st, correct?
Yeah. And I still have no plans for New Year's.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing to do.
But you did have some. Wait, hold on a second. Let me get the dates right here. I think I just screwed up the date. The 31st is the 31st is Sunday. So the next episode that's coming out is Monday the 1st. And I don't even know that we have. Let's see what episode's coming out on January 1st. It seems like that would be a lame date to release an episode, just like I didn't release an episode on the 25th because I'm like, who's going to listen on the 25th? We do. We have an episode coming out on January 1st. Okay. All right. Good to know.
First one of 2024.
Good to know.
Very exciting.
So this being the last episode of 2023, I figured that we'd really celebrate. This would be a year of review. I mean, an episode of review. Are you ready? Do you remember anything that we talked about at all?
No, I don't remember a goddamn thing we talked about all year.
I remember the national parks episode. That's about the only one that I can remember.
And I believe that's about 5 years old now. I think that was in the first 200 episodes, if I remember correctly. So,
I do remember. Geez, I'm about to age this. If you said that came out about 5 years ago in the first 200 episodes, you'd actually be incorrect because we've been doing this show almost in March will be 9 years.
It's fucking crazy. So fucking crazy.
9 years. Okay, this being the last episode of 2023, maybe we'll just spend a moment just talking about the last several days. Does that work for you?
Sure, why not? That's all I remember anyway.
You were out of town, weren't you?
I was in Portland, Maine with all of my kids. And yeah, it was really, it was good. I had a great time and all three of my kids together for the first time in quite a while. And it was very nice. It was a very nice time. Right, I really enjoyed myself.
I saw a photo that you posted of you and your three, and it was amazing because I have not seen the four of you together in forever. And everybody their face is the exact same. They're just all on bigger bodies, taller bodies. But it's like, it's amazing, except for you, Strick. You've gotten actually a little bit shorter compared to your kids. Is Amanda, is she almost as tall as you? What's going on there?
No, maybe I was slouching or something. I don't know. All my kids are around, I think they're around 5'8", 5'9". So they're,
I got it.
Yeah.
So tell me about the, I know initially they got on you because it was only going to be 4 days and you were trying to justify why 4 days is probably the proper amount of time. And did you stay at your son's house or did you?
No, I was staying at a hotel. But I got to admit, I could have done another day or two or three, and it would have been good. It was.
Wait, there's a difference between another day or two or three. That's a big difference.
I would have been okay with that. I mean, with any of those, there are many times where I'm going to visit, even if I'm visiting family, where on the third day or the fourth day, I'm like, okay, what the fuck are we going to do today? Right. I didn't feel that way at all with my kids. And we had a good time and we were playing games and we went shopping and did some thrift store shopping and stuff like that. And it was good. It was good. I think when I go back, I definitely might stay a couple more days, instead of 4. I might do maybe a week. Who knows?
Well, one of the stops along the way, you did go to, as you just said, to a vintage shop. And you sent me a photo of an 8-track cassette player, asking me if that is did you buy it?
No. It was pretty cool though. The shop had they had record albums, and I did buy an album. But they also had like vintage stereo gear, like turntables and receivers and like tube amps and shit like that. There was really cool stuff, but it was it was expensive. And the 8-track was more of a novelty, I think, because as we all know, the audio quality of 8-tracks was shit, which is probably one of the reasons it died so quickly.
Well, when you grabbed from your windowsill, I can only see the colors of what looked like the Boston. Oh my God!
Yeah. Well, a second album, Boston, Don't Look Back, because it's just such, it was $7, right? But it's just such a cool album because the art. The album art is so cool, right? You open it and it's got the full blown, like the whole guitar, spaceship and shit. And then on the inside, it's like the guys in the band and the pictures So I thought, you know what, for $7, I would like to have another copy of that full blown big picture, the artwork, and it's
I haven't seen that album in probably, I don't know, 25 or 30 years, but you just the glimpse from you taking it from your windowsill, which was completely like covered, to I just saw a flash of the color and I'm like, damn, that looked like the Boston album. I'm like, wait a minute. And then as soon as you showed it, I'm like, it was the Boston album. I got that 100% right.
Yeah, we're fucking old. Like you just see a flash and it's like, oh yeah, here we go. I know it exactly. I'm the same way. Like I can just get some little flash of an album. It's like, oh yeah, I know what that album is. Yep.
So my son, when he was here, or actually right before he came here, he went to a concert. I forget who the headliner was, but the guy that opened up for the group that he went to see was James Taylor. So I said, wait, like my James Taylor, like Fire and Ice James Taylor, like rockabye Sweet Baby James Taylor. I'm like, that James Taylor, and he goes, yeah, the guy Dad Rock James Taylor. Like,
what? He was opening for somebody else?
He wasn't actually opening. He was a special guest. And so I said, well, do you like James Taylor? And he goes like, yeah, he says, I love James Taylor. And then when he got here, he starts playing like Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and I'm like, when did this all happen? Because I will tell you, this is the kind of music that I 100% can get behind, that you really like. And he goes, I listen to all of this music now. He was listening to Leonard Skinner. He was listening to Led Zeppelin when he was here. I'm like, holy shit, this is really great music. Do your kids listen to the music that you listen to?
Not a lot. I'm trying to think. Yeah, they really don't. I mean, like they're familiar with it because they heard me play it growing up. But no, they're definitely into a lot of more modern, not very mainstream. Like my kids are into more like alternative. Like Amanda's into some like really, really heavy metal, hard rock, dark goth kind of stuff. And then Riley and Valentine are really into like, I don't know what it is. It's but it's not mainstream pop stuff, but it's good. It's not into the classic stuff.
So a type of classic rock that tends to appeal to adults, often played by middle-aged musicians. What is classified? Dad rock, quite simply music you'd expect your dad to listen to. For that reason, to some, it might be referring to bands that were famous in the 60s and 70s or so on. Writer Rob Mitchum claims to have popularized the term dad rock back in 2007. Totally dad rock, music that appeals to an older generation, heavily influenced by the earlier era. That's totally what Adam listens to.
That's funny.
I was so very excited that he was singing like Sweet Judy Blue Eyes.
Oh my God, I love it.
Like all this stuff. I'm like, this is good stuff. This is good stuff.
I love it. That's pretty cool.
So
and he's a hip guy too, like New Yorker and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he tends to be on the cooler side, and I'm like, oh well, if you're on the cooler side, then yeah, I appreciate the fact that you listen to the music that I listen to as well.
Yeah, it means dad rock must be getting cool again, I guess.
Oh, God. Thank God I can start wearing all my paisley again. have you got, are you a guy that gets rid of your clothes? Like, do you have clothes that are really old? Because I get rid of most of the stuff that I don't wear any longer.
I keep a lot of it only because I buy so few clothes. I've got tons of closet space, and I definitely think, you know what, it'll come back because it always does. It always does.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I have closet space too, and it's almost like more of to fill the closet rather than because it's stuff that I actually wear. I have maybe, I think I last count, I think might have had 15 shirts, like 15 hang up shirts,
Oh, okay.
3 of which I wear. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is like the other 12. Like one is from literally 1984. It's one shirt. It is a Paisley shirt. I joke, but it's a Paisley shirt. And I'm like, I can't get rid of that shirt. I've been wearing that. I don't wear it any longer, but I just keep it for nostalgia reasons.
So JJ did not commandeer the vacant parts of your closet.
No. Well, my attitude is if I like, if there's counter space that is, we have a bathroom, we share a sink. Okay, so not a sink, we share a countertop. The countertop has 2 sinks in it. She gets the
Makes
left
sense.
side, I get the right side. At the halfway point between the left side and the right side, that counter becomes mine.
Right. Do you put like a little piece of tape on the counter, like Les Nessman marking off his office in KRP in Cincinnati?
Not quite that bad, but this morning, or maybe it was yesterday morning, I can't remember what it was. I literally, while she was in the bathroom with me, I put my arm on the halfway point and I pushed everything that was hers back in her direction because it had overtaken some of my
It was
turf.
creeping into your
And
area.
it is. I should take a picture of it and show it to you because it is so funny. Generally, I'm extremely minimalist when it comes to like stuff on my desktop or stuff on the kitchen counter. I just don't like clutter. I don't like clutter at all. So it is challenging to me to have this bathroom countertop shared because I'd rather have a literal break in the countertop so that I can definitely tell you that, hey, you're kind of coming over into my space. But on her side, packed, completely packed with stuff. Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me.
Anyway, I think that we may have one voicemail.
We have one voicemail. It's rather short.
I believe you are correct.
Here, let's apparently you have disabled screen sharing, so I can't share my screen, so I guess we're stuck. We just can't.
I am telling you that things happen. I don't even know where like shit is on my Zoom desktop anymore.
I don't
Hold
either.
on a second. Let me go here. Make you co-host. Okay. You are now co-host. You should be able to do everything I can do. Even better.
There we go. Okay, we do that, and then we share sound, and we try that. And by looking at the voicemail, it looked not only short, but a bit choppy. I'm wondering if somebody tried to call but had a bad connection.
Oh, that could be the case. Hey, are you still having issues? I mean, you are having issues. Have you noticed you are having issues with your internet again?
Now, why would you say it's my internet? Because a few minutes ago you froze up and then started, speeding up again. But are you sure it's my internet?
I am not. I am not.
I'm not having any issues. Let me take a look because I do think I don't think I plugged my cable back in because of
I am not sure at all.
But it still says 590 megabits per second. So I feel like it may not be on my end.
Could be. I saw you froze and I thought that was unusual. Okay, so let me I'm doing my speedtest.net. Download speeds are going to be hugely huge. Downloads is going to be, which isn't really the number, that's the important number. Hold on a second. It is finishing. Downloads 578.71, so that's pretty good. My ping was 16, which isn't ideal. I mean, under 10, I kind of like to have it under 10. My upload, it's always going to be less than my download, but it's still a good number. My upload is going to be somewhere around 23.
Yeah. Well, I've got 590 and an upload speed of 24. So
I don't know what's going on.
It happens sometimes. It's just whatever.
It's the world. It's the world as we know it. All right. Well, let's play the one voicemail and then see what's going on. We might have a record short episode going into 2024 as our. Yeah, that's right.
because people are getting ready for New Year's, right?
Maybe so. Well, nobody's going to be listening to this on New Year's Eve because they probably anybody that listens, I feel like they're listening on the day that it comes out. Is that probably? Is that
I have
right?
no idea.
When do you?
No, because
listen
we
to
get
stuff?
plenty of downloads on days that we don't release episodes.
But we have no idea what episodes they're even listening to because by this point they could be listening to episode 3 for all we know.
True.
All right, well, let's play the voicemail music. Let's see what's going on. Let's play Jared's theme song. Hopefully, it will be a Jared voice. Well, I don't know. Hopefully, is Jared still living? He is alive, right?
Oh yeah, we've been chatting. You I know it's the chat that you ignore usually, but yeah. He got a ridiculously cool Christmas present. Did you see?
I did not see. What did he get?
You should look through the chat.
All right, hold
Our
on.
little private chat.
I can go in.
You know,
there.
he's a big fan of Baby Yoda,
Okay.
right?
Yep, I do know that.
His daughter made him a Baby Yoda,
Hold on.
but to call it life size would be a gross understatement,
How many days ago was this? Oh, wow.
right?
Wow. How do you do that? How do you make that?
Right? Like much larger than actual
Yeah,
size.
Yoda,
Like,
I would imagine was probably a third of that size.
yeah, actual grown Yoda is about a third of the size of the one that he got. I think that's pretty damn cool.
I like the fact that he's in front of a Yule log that is on it's on the video screen. Is that Jared's house? That's very nice. Nice screen, Jared. I like that. Well, is there a person inside that Yoda?
Oh gosh, I didn't think about that. I wasn't thinking there's a person. I
Hold on,
figured
let
it
me
was
see
just a homemade stuffed animal type of thing.
I opened the present for my daughter. We always do a gift exchange Christmas Eve. Look what was under the wrap. I can imagine what that gift wrap looked like. That's huge.
Well, if you go back a couple more pictures, you'll see the gift wrap. But you know, in his family, they like to do gift wraps that don't give away the actual present, right? Like a gift wrap that looks very much like a different present. But in this case, it was gift wrap that was made to look like it was supposed to be not really the present, but it actually really was. Did anybody follow that
I
at
know.
all?
I really could you explain that? That really it was like it's too obvious to be that obvious. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. So it's the tradition, from what I understand from Jared, is wrap a present to make it look like something that it really isn't. And make it like really obviously look like you know exactly what it is from the wrap, but then you open it and it's not that at all. Well, this one was wrapped as if his daughter was trying to fake him out and say, hey, look, it's the shape of a huge fucking Baby Yoda. And Jared, of course, is thinking to himself, oh, that's a pretty funny wrap job. But of course, it's not actually going to be a huge Baby Yoda. But in this case, yes, it was. It was a fucking huge Baby Yoda.
Double secret probation. That's all. That's all I have to say. If you don't know what that is, watch Animal House.
It is really cool, though. It's very cool.
I don't know what I would do with that the rest of the year. I mean, maybe for a certain, maybe as a gift of levity, it's great. But now I'm thinking, where the hell am I going to put that? where am I putting this? That's not like completely taking over the room.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty big. It's pretty big.
All right. Well, let's play. Maybe this is the Jared voicemail explaining what the gift is in the gift wrap.
Okay, let's check it out.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
Okay, I'm waiting.
No, I have nothing to say.
You have nothing to say?
I
Okay,
don't.
Let's
I don't.
roll
I
with
was
it.
I was gonna dive right in. I'm not sure why this would be the as the final episode of the year. There wasn't like a bunch of people that called in and wanted to wish. We didn't really put out a strong call to action saying
No, we didn't.
No.
But here, let's see who the message is from. because it is pretty short and it visually
Choppy.
it looks choppy. So let's check it
choppy.
out.
You're right.
This one's for Jared.
Oh,
Happy birthday to you. That's as much as you're going to get out of me,
Oh, nice.
Mr. Jared. Happy birthday, my friend. Hope it was a great one. By the time you listen to this, you'll be a few days older. Love you a lot. Bye. Oh, this is Erica.
I was going to say, for those of you who didn't know, I immediately recognized the voice as Erica, but she did get around to introducing herself, which was great.
you know what was great about that voicemail is that, and thank you, Erica, for leaving the birthday wishes for Jared, and Jared, happy birthday to you. I'm assuming it falls somewhere in the Christmas week time. I mean, between last week and this week. But what was great about the fact that if it wasn't a voicemail from Jared, it was a voicemail about Jared.
That's pretty funny, actually, and very true. I love it.
That is good. How I guess Tennessee Tim, our community mayor, he does such a great job of keeping track of everybody's birthday, and he always posts it right there in the Facebook group. But I must not have tuned in that day, or I don't know what happened. Did I write anything up on the wall?
I don't remember, but if you,
drunk
it was
entire
on
day?
Facebook. I did post on his happy birthday posting, and yeah, you might have missed it, I guess.
So what do you think that you're going? I mean, I know that you don't have like any plans, but like what would you do in an environment where you have no plans? Would you just literally do nothing? And how does that feel?
Drink, probably. I honestly, I don't know. I'm curious what my daughter is going to do. Now, I do remember there was once a couple of years ago, and maybe we'll go do this. In Texas, you can buy fireworks, and they have these fireworks stands all over the place that are typically completely closed most of the year, except for the week before 4th of July and the
Right.
week before New Year's. So who knows? Maybe we'll like go out and get some fireworks. One year, she and I, when it was just the two of us here, we got like a big, I don't know, it was like a $20, $30 firework thing, right? Where it's like, it's just, you put it on the ground and it does a whole bunch of shit, right? And we got one of those and it was pretty cool. So maybe we'll do that. Like we went out into a parking lot, a big abandoned parking lot. That was fun. Maybe we'll do that again.
I was watching I don't know if it was a TikTok or it was a TikTok played on Instagram, but I watched one where the family was lighting fireworks, like they were all doing it as a group, and one of them went a little astray and went over to the truck and basically lit the entire truck on fire, and it exploded. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah. I think I've seen that before. I think that's kind of a
Yes.
classic now TikTok video, because it's like they're like sitting on a porch, right? And one of them, like it falls over sideways and hits some other fireworks, which shoots some other ones off or some shit like that. And yeah, it was nuts. It was just such a typical redneck scene of that kind of thing. Like even when my daughter and I did it, like I remember we're in the middle of a completely abandoned parking lot, right? And like I put this thing in the very middle, and it's got a long fuse on it, but I'm still like fucking terrified. I have a very, very healthy fear of fireworks, I think. And so like I lit it and fucking ran, right? But I didn't think about what would have happened if like it had fallen over. Cause yeah, it still could have, we were pretty far away, but like it was shooting higher in the air than the distance we were away. Like if it had fallen over sideways and aimed at us, that would have been bad. Yeah.
Well, we have a couple of friends coming in from Arizona, and then JJ's having JJ. We are having a party. I actually just attending the party that JJ's throwing in our house. You know, it's like if it's up to
Nice.
me, I don't know. Am I just a boring guy? I just don't like to do it. I don't discourage having plans with like I don't like I'm not like, oh God, why are we doing it? I'm like, I'm happy to do it, but I never want to be the guy to take initiative, and I don't want to be in on the planning stage, and I don't even like to prepare for it. You know, it's like, what?
Well, to me, it's all about the company, right? It's like who is going to join you, and that kind of dictates what you do. Like if I had, friends that wanted to come over, I'd plan something that would be kind of fun. But, I don't have any friends, so.
Makes it very easy for you not to have to deal with anything. Not having any friends it's a double-edged sword. It's a blessing and a curse. It's kind of bittersweet. Like, who's going to be with you in the final days to kind of like wipe your ass? You know, it's like, who's going to do that? Not that you'd ask your friends to wipe your ass.
And then playing in the band, of course, every year for fucking years and years and years and years, we always had a New Year's gig. I was always playing on New Year's
Every
Eve.
year.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
year. Oh my God. I am, again, I know we've talked about this many times throughout the course of this year, because this was the year of my last DJ gig, but it's the best thing ever to have my
Mhm.
Saturdays, to have my weekends. And it's not like a Saturday night is really any different to me than a Tuesday night now, because, we don't work well, I don't work a regular job. I know you do, but you love your job. Anytime I had a job, the last time was about 30 years ago, I hated it. I always hated it.
Mhm.
I remember one day I was in the mortgage business in the early 90s. I might have told the story years ago on the show. I remember one day I got up, every day you had to get up. I had to get up, get dressed, take a shower, put a suit on, have breakfast, go to the office, make phone calls, get out to real estate agents, do the paperwork, find clients, do the selling, all of the stuff. I just fucking hated it. I didn't like the people I was dealing with. I didn't like the company that I was working for. All of the things, the factors that were against me. One morning, I woke up, I got showered, put my suit on, went downstairs, and then I just got like this really bad stomach ache. And literally, I go back upstairs in my suit and I get under the covers. I'm just like
wow.
like it was bad. It was really bad. That is my fondest memory of my worst time in the world of work, being a W-2 employee. And I just swore, if I could ever figure out how to not do this, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to make the money that I need doing my own thing. I basically, just swore that day, I'm never going to have to do this again. When I quit, I'm quitting and I'm not going back. And that was, geez, the last time I worked a real job, that was probably, let's see, I think that happened in 1992. The last day I worked a job was in 1997, and I never, for anybody else. And that was the last time I was employed, W-2.
Mm. I mean, I liked my job before, but and I thought I did like the interaction at the office and seeing people and talking to people and shit. But yeah, I got to say, now that I work remote, it's like I don't miss getting up in the morning and showering every day, and then picking something to wear, and then getting in the car and driving to work, and then driving back from the office. Like, I don't miss any of that shit. So I like the job even more that I don't have to go in anywhere.
Well, remote is the next step closer to being self-employed.
Yeah, true. Very true.
And if you could just figure out how to collect the paycheck without actually having to do anything, that would be even better. I don't think they're giving out paychecks at your company for not doing anything though anymore.
Not that I know of. No, no.
Got it.
I'll have to find that job if they have it, but I don't think so. No.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Now, the next step is at what point, and maybe you don't look to the future as I do this way, but I'm always looking, okay, what's retirement look like? Like, what does retirement? Do you ever look at retirement?
It's so funny because the only thing I think about when I think about retirement is, because you can retire as early as 62 or something, right?
When you say retire, and I'm assuming you're referring to and collect a Social Security check. Is that what
you're
mean?
right?
Okay,
exactly.
sorry.
Social Security, right?
Yeah,
what is the?
Yeah, I think it's 62. I think.
Yeah, the understood age or the appropriate age, and all I think about is like, don't feel like I'm anywhere fucking close to that. But when I look at the calendar, I'm kind of getting close to that. I guess I'm like, I like what I'm doing. It is weird to think about. So what do you think about when you think of that?
I just think about waking up and not worrying about whether a client or anybody needs me. That's what I think about. I think about not having to have the responsibility of actually responding to an email. I think about the ability to not that I can't. We've kind of created this company, Turnkey, where we could basically go and do and be anywhere in the world and still run it, or to go and be anywhere in the world and not worry about it because we know one of you handle it if I say it, and you handle it and I'll handle it if you say that you're gonna, hey, look, I'm gonna be out of town for a week. Oh, have fun. It's like, great. Well, where are you going? It's like I don't care, and I'm assuming that you feel the same way. You don't feel like, man, who's going to make up his work that week? I mean, do you feel that?
Nope.
So we've stationed the company that way. So other than me just feeling like, I don't know, is there a pull for your attention when you're not when you still are working, where there's not when you're retired? I don't know.
I feel like I'd get bored. I think I told this story before. I was on a cruise with my ex-wife like 10 years ago, and we're down in like the Caribbean or somewhere, right? And we're doing like this catamaran boat thing, and it's like we're cruising out and we see all these really nice homes along the water. She's like, man, how great would it be to like own a place like this? And then every day you wake up and it's like just here. And I'd be like, I'd be so fucking bored, right? Like, I don't get it. I'm sorry, I just don't get it.
All right, so full retirement, you can start collecting a Social Security check at 62.
Mm-hmm.
Full retirement benefits are payable at 67.
Okay.
So,
but then if you wait longer, don't you get even more every month or some shit like that?
Not beyond 67. So,
really?
Yeah, it's 67. And again, if anybody in our audience knows more than we do, which is probably everybody, it's like if you start collecting at 62, you're probably going to get a 30% lesser check than if you were waiting to full retirement age, which is 67. But if you start collecting at 62, basically you have 5 more years that you're collecting your check. So if you die at 70, you probably did better by collecting it at 62. If you live until you're, my mom is 90. So if I take after my mom and I lived to 90, waiting the extra handful of years probably would have made sense, because my check will be every month from 67 beyond will be 30% more. So it's like what? And the other thing is, when you start collecting Social Security, you're limited to the amount of money that you can make. So
that's weird too, right? That's interesting. You're limited to the amount of money. In other words, if you make too much, they're basically like, we're not going to pay you.
Well, I think it is, again, anybody in our audience knows better than us, please chime in. But I think that your benefits decrease as your income increases. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, that if you make $100,000 in W-2 income at 67, let's just assume for just a second that you would get no Social Security benefits. But if you make $50,000, maybe you get, I don't know, 40% of what you would have gotten if you had no income. Now, the other question is this: can you live only on what Social Security provides? Plus, if you've saved any money, whether it's through retirement or IRA or whatever the money sources that you have, take a certain amount of money. Can you live? You want to try to equal it so you're not decreasing your Social Security benefits, but you are getting the benefit of taking money from your investment. So I think your maximum Social Security check is, let's just say it's somewhere around, I don't know, $3,500 right now, somewhere in that area. Can you live on $3,500 plus? I think the government allows you to make another, again, if your Social Security not knowing, correct me if I'm wrong. Let's just say the max that you can take is 14 grand. All right. So can you live on the 3,500 plus another $1,000 or $1,500 a month? Can you live on that money without having to go into, without having to find another resource for income?
Yeah, I don't know. So let's say that I have retirement, like investments,
right,
and I'm taking money out of it. Is that considered income?
Yes. So my mom has money in an investment account right now. She is only able to take X amount of dollars without it being taxable. You can take more of it, but it will become taxable income. So if the limit, okay, what's the minimum? Hold on a second. I can write minimum.
But So she
income.
takes more than that, it becomes taxable. But does she still get her Social Security benefit, or does
Yes.
Social Security say no, we're not going to pay you because you make too much?
No, they don't say that you're not getting any. What they say is the money that you are taking, you are going to be taxed on.
Oh,
So I don't know that they reduce the amount of the Social Security check. If you're in our audience and you know anything about Social Security, can you let us know what you know? Because I'm very curious about this too. It's like, that's a really good question. Do you just get taxed more on the money that you're taking from your investment, or do you get less from your check from Social Security because you're making more income? Ooh, that is a very good question.
right. Because that's what I wanted. No, right? Like if it's, hey, by the way, if you in your retirement, like after you start collecting Social Security, if you're still bringing in $100,000 a year, 200 or whatever it might be, right? Does the government say we're not going to pay you Social Security because you make too much? Because to me, that's some fucking bullshit, because I've been paying into this for 50, 60 goddamn years that I've been working. I mean, it's Social Security is basically a forced retirement, right? It's not a government benefit. They've been forcing me to invest, air quotes, invest money with the government into my forced retirement that I'll get back when I get older. Well, it's none of your fucking business how much I'm making. But if the answer is, well, you will be taxed on it, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
If you are under full retirement age for the entire year, we deduct $1 from your benefit payments for every $2 you earn above the annual limit. For example, 2023, that limit was 21,240. In the year you reached full retirement age, we deduct $1 in benefits for every $3 that you earn above a different limit. So basically, it sounds like in 2023, so you don't start paying taxes unless you make a single person, 14 over 65, $14,700. So your first $14,700, you don't pay any taxes on. Okay, you don't even have to file a tax return, because my mom hasn't in for a very long time.
Okay.
Okay. So between the 14.7 and the 21.2, you're going to pay taxes. Once you begin to make more than the 21,240, you start to get a deduction in your Social Security check.
You're fucking kidding me. So if I'm making more than the ridiculously high amount, $21,000 a year, right? If I'm making more than that, the government is basically going to say, you know what? We're not going to pay you as much in your forced retirement money because you're making enough that you don't need it.
Well, keep in mind, Social Security, I think, was originally established to be a safety net. It wasn't established initially to be like an annuity for you. It was supposed to help people that needed money beyond that. And I think it kind of it was like a runaway freight train. I don't know. It's for the people that didn't have the ability, or didn't have the know-how, or maybe the education to save the money at some point, way in the beginning, I guess. I don't know. Look, you and I are at a point where we are close enough to it where still think that you and I are going to receive the benefit of Social Security, even though they keep bumping the age up a little bit. I don't think that we're going to be excluded from it. I don't know that our kids will receive it, but I don't know that it's one of those entitlement programs that it's like, I think you and I are going to be able to collect on Social Security, and I think you and I are going to get the benefit of Medicare also.
It is interesting because it's a subtle, but to me, really important difference. Is this a forced retirement account, or was it designed as a safety net for people who are not saving enough money along the way? Because you're right. If it's designed as a safety net, then you're right. It's not a benefit. It's basically, I'm paying my taxes for that. But I've always thought of it as a forced retirement account. And so that, of course, I would collect money from it because I'm paying into it, but I'm not paying into it as taxes. I'm paying into it as a forced investment, basically.
Okay, so I'm seeing two different reasons on Google. So the purpose of Social Security and related laws establish a number of programs that have the following basic purpose. One, to provide for the material basic needs for individuals and families, to protect aged and disabled persons against the expenses of illnesses that may otherwise use up their savings, to keep families together. Okay, another reason. So that sounds like that's more of a safety net. Exactly.
Right.
The other one is social Security insurance, as conceived by President Roosevelt, would address the permanent problem of economic security for the elderly by creating a work-related contributory system in which workers would provide for their own future economic security through taxes paid while employed. So that, to me, while there is the beginning of that, I thought was going down the safety net path, it sounded like it ended up being, well, it's just like an annuity. It's a savings program.
100%. A forced savings account, a forced retirement account.
Right. And I'd be okay with the forced retirement account. I don't think that there should be any, if I've paid into Social Security for my entire career, which we probably both have, and we probably are at the limit, the maximum right now, why would there be any relevancy to whether I make $10 or $10 million once I decide that I'm going to start taking the benefit from it?
Well, that's it. And that's why it's such an important distinction as to, is this a safety net or is it a forced retirement? Because if it is a forced investment, then whatever I make outside of that, you shouldn't give a shit about. I've been paying into it and I should get out whatever I'm entitled to get out. But if it really is a safety net, it means we've been paying a shitload of money for a lot of years, basically to protect people who have not been as smart and made savings. And it's a tough balance. It's a very fine line.
Well, I have never counted on Social Security as being the possibility of income, but knowing that, like, what is the max check today? Let's see, max social, I think it's Security check today. Okay, right now, the maximum Social Security benefit at full retirement age is $3,627 per month. It will be $3,822. Wow, in 2024, it's $4,873 per month in 2024 if retiring at age 70. And $2,700 if you're retiring at age 62. Look at the difference in that.
That's huge difference.
Huge difference.
You said the max. So you if you wait till 70, you can make even more, like $4,000 a month or something.
If you are at the maximum retirement age, which is 70, you have to start taking it at 70. It's funny. It's like you have to take it. If you have to start taking the benefit at 70. Right now, if you turn 70 in 2024. You would get $4,873. If you decide that you want to take it instead, it's 62, and in 2024 you turn 62, it's only $2,700. It's $2,000 a month less.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's all actuarially speaking, though, because it's like, all right, well, that sounds like that's a huge difference. I should wait until I'm 70. Well, what if you die at 71?
Well, that's it. It's all actuarial tables. It's like how healthy are you? How long do you think you're going to live? Who knows?
I don't know with this throat thing. I might be going sooner than I expect. It's like, it's like, as long as this isn't something life threatening, I'm like, I could live with it. I just want to know that it's not like something that's going to kill me.
Yeah, that would be good.
That would probably be. But you know what, Strick? We are insured for this kind of happenstance. Let's just hope that
I never want to collect on that policy.
I never want to collect on that policy either. No, that's not what I'd much rather you having to do spreadsheets and systems. Fuck. Can you imagine you selling or doing anything with social media or marketing or outreach?
Hell no.
No, we're in the perfect position. All right, I say we head out of here. We've given a full education on Social Security, even if all of the information is wrong. It's fine. Go ahead. Did we put the disclaimer in this? We are not providing financial advice. We are just sharing. What are we sharing exactly?
For anyone who hadn't figured that out already,
yeah.
Like if you heard the first part and you just sort of ran out and made the investment and didn't listen to this, and you try and sue us later, don't try to take that shit to court, because any judge is going to listen to 10 minutes of this episode and go, You trusted these fucking guys? Are you kidding
That
me?
is true. But I'll tell you something. When I got that $8,000 check this week
Mhm.
from the investment property, I'm like, I was so excited, not because I got the $8,000 check. I was excited because I'm like, an investment that I made and told Strickland about actually, and then I realized that wasn't the one that you invested in.
Well, you told me about it and I didn't invest in it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That was bad. I gave you ample opportunity to do the investment.
You did. You did.
I did. I even said to you right before they closed the door to the investment, I'm like, are you in? And then you said you didn't do it. I'm like, I didn't want to pressure you into doing it. And you know what? So I looked at the prospectus of that investment. It's a commercial property. Well, I think it's a property in, I forget if it's West Virginia or Virginia. I don't remember where it is. I looked at the prospectus on that, and it actually said that was part of the perspective. They were going to sell a parcel, the Huddle House.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't want to. I don't know why they didn't want to keep the Huddle House. I really enjoy a good Huddle House, kind of like a Waffle House, I guess. But can you imagine that check? So they got $8,000. Every investor got $8,000 for that, and some investors had like 4, 5, 6 shares of that. Can you imagine? That's fucking amazing. That would have been so great. But no, I only got one. I only did one share. But it's just interesting. This is how like I felt kind of important for just a moment. I'm like, yeah, I have an investment that's paying off. Although I'm not heavily invested in cryptocurrency right now, but I think I do have like I don't know. I want to say $200 in cryptocurrency.
Oh, really? I have nothing.
I'm up 84% this year.
Oh, yeah?
84 fucking percent.
That's exciting.
That is very exciting.
In crypto.
Well, so Robinhood, do you do anything with Robinhood at all?
No, I probably should.
You know what we should do, Strick? This is it. Okay, let's do something fun in 2024. And maybe we can pull some of our listening community into this, our Funkin' fans into this as well. What would be an amount of money that you couldn't give a shit if you lost as an investment? Like every month, if you had a recurring investment of X amount of dollars, what would be an amount that you really couldn't care if you lost it or not?
Oh, I don't know. It would really depend on the possibilities of it, right?
No, don't look at it that way. Don't look at it that way. Don't look at the upside or the downside. Could you stand to lose $25 a month? Let's call it.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So that was sure. Okay. Could you stand to lose $50 a month?
Yeah.
Okay. 100?
Yeah, I could probably stand to lose 100 and not worry too much about it.
All right. It sounds like I might have just bumped into a ceiling. If I go beyond 100, like you wouldn't, if I said to you, hey, we're going to put $1,000 a month into Robinhood, what would you say?
Like from the company?
No.
I'd say that's a lot. Oh, like me personally?
Yes.
Into Robinhood. But again, it depends. What is Robinhood? Is this like is it just like a conservative investment versus something that's like
Robinhood is just it's a trading platform where you go and you have to examine all of your own stocks. I mean, they give you tips and stuff, but they're not telling you what to invest in. So it's just the platform. So if you wanted to invest in Exxon, you could. If you wanted to invest in Vanguard or a mutual fund or EFT or a crypto, you could do that. But it's completely up to you to choose the investment. So I don't ask you to choose the investment right now. I'm just asking, would you be open to putting $25 a month into something, into a Robinhood fund account, and then deciding on the show which things we're going to invest in?
Oh, that'd be fun. And then talk about it on the show.
Yeah, just talk about it.
That'd be fun.
And we wouldn't be giving any financial advice to anybody. We wouldn't be telling anybody to invest in those things. We would just be telling people what we are doing because it'd be kind of interesting to track it.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah, let's do that. And then we could actually update it on our Nice Guy community page where we could show people like, here's a screenshot. Like, so I'm in Robinhood right now. Hold on a second. Let me just tell you what it is. I can go to it. Let me just give you a quick synopsis. Okay. So right now, I've been in Robinhood for almost 2 years. I've put in, let's say, $100 a month
Okay.
It's been less than 2 years because it's been hold on, let's see. All time. It's 16 months actually. Exactly 16 months I've been into Robinhood. I've invested $100 a month for 16 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that would be $1,600. I have $2,129 in there because it's gained 23%. Now, some of the stocks have been really losers and some of them have been really winners.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a fun thing. And then every month, the $100 goes in, and then I have to make a choice every month. Like, okay, what am I put my $100 towards? Is it something that is it something that I'm interested in, or is it something like Ford, Amazon, Tesla, Netflix, Yum, which is Taco Bell, and and Habit, Disney, and Meta, just a whole bunch of individual stocks, and there are some mutual funds and stuff that's in there. But it's just a fun thing to do.
Cool. Okay. I'm down.
Okay. All right. Sounds like 2024 is the year of Robinhood for the nice guy community. If you're interested in doing this, leave us a message, 4242 DJ Doug. Let us know if you're interested. If not, you can just follow along with us and we'll make the investments. January will be our first month. It's going to be $100 a month. We're going to put in, Strick will put in 50, I'll put in 50, and it'll be $100. Is $100 too much? Is that good?
No, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see how we do. All right. Any final words? Happy New Year? Anything?
No, I think I'm all good.
All right, let's get out of here. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Seriously, it'll only hurt for a minute. And don't worry, I'll be fine.